Galera, agora a gente vai estar acompanhando a semifinal do lado da eliminatória, beleza? E a gente vai estar acompanhando dessa vez dois representantes brasileiros. Wes vs Yuz, Wes de Rayman e Yuz de Alucard, que no caso é skin pro Ezio. Bora lá.
Alucard wants to be that vampire to defeat Wes.
It's interesting too, man. We've seen a lot of Rayman this weekend, right? Definitely slamming down that spot in the meta, saying I'm here to stay. But you, I mean, the double
Que
might getting all this
isso?
damage with that orb. We've seen a lot of orb too this weekend. I mean, Moonir, Jeff, right? You know, we had quite a few of those, but we'll see what ends up happening here. I mean, Yu's definitely in the driver's seat right now, but as you were saying before, Wes does have the advantage by 2 games in the lifetime set count, but they've played like over 50 times, so that's kind of wild.
I am really curious how much the SIGs are going to come into play for Yuz. Just comparing it to his earlier match against Impala, like he was really utilizing that sword SIG, like almost to the point where I was like insulted for Impala.
Yeah, you know, I believe it too because I feel like it's interesting. Wes also a pretty big SIG user, and I remember one of my earliest memories of Wes on Axe is actually when he first whipped out. Oh yeah, you got taken out. Said goodbye. Yeet. Right to the KO box there.
The pit.
I love that SIG. That's definitely one of the cooler ones in the game, for sure. Oh.
Okay, well, Wes got SIGs of his own, like you said. More than willing to throw those out. He's been doing the gravity cancel side SIG off stage a lot, but still will do it on stage as well.
That's what I was gonna talk about. His Volcall. His Volcall was an absolute abomination. He was cooking people with that. He was mashing that SIG button like it was something he was trying to just eat for breakfast, you know what I mean? But now he's sitting here on the Rayman and he's getting beautiful conversions with these gauntlets. You're like, all right, fine. Okay, I guess you don't have to play Volcall the way you're doing it. On the other side, use his sword. He plays Jay Yun. It's not like you don't know how to play sword. And on top of that, you're gonna have that N-Sig on Orb, which is just like basically a light attack. You know, you just mash it, covers right above you. Exceptionally strong tool to have in your arsenal.
Yo, I'll say some stuff, and you gotta follow me on this one. I think Yuz is playing sword the way Kinda plays Axe, where he stays very grounded and lets the opponent burn a lot of movement, and then once they come in close, hits him with that neutral light.
Almost got jump scared by West there, but I follow. I agree. I feel like Yuz, especially, you know, I always say like death by 1,000 cuts is kind of a way that you can play sword, and I think Megdy's also really good at it. Where sometimes you just gotta KO somebody with End Light. You know, sometimes you just gotta pop out and show them. So hopefully this time around, we'll see if kind of Yuz is gonna be able to maybe get this stock lead here. He's trailing by a little bit, goes for that N-Sig. It doesn't quite connect. West responds with an N-Light of his own. Oh, ooh, a D-Light. I thought it was going to be an N-Light. He got me mixed up.
Well, unfortunately, the mix-up didn't lead to much there. Wes now with that stage control. Not going to throw out the down SIGs just yet. Waiting. Oh! He got past.
Caraca, mano. Por pouco, por pouco.
Able to like get in that like kind of blind spot. Yeah. Where it's like, oh, it goes a little bit further, but I'm in your face right now, so let's get personal. Ooh, and you're going to get the conversion into the...
Mapinha ruim pra fazer isso de Jayan não, eu tô doido. De Alucard, né? Porque ele é muito alto. Então é nerfado um pouquinho a Sword, né? O recovery dela pra dar KO. Ó, complicado nesse mapa.
Needs to get that final blow here on the West, and it's going to be a Nair of all
I know, right? Like, he was like, I just did 2 recoveries, nothing. But a Nair, yeah, that's the one that got the enough force to do it. I mean, I'm happy for him, though. He was able to get the stock. He tried to starve West there and couldn't quite get the other weapon in time, so kind of ended up in a bad spot. Odin's blessing, though, always here with the assist. Ooh.
I love the patience there from Wes. Kind of fast fell down, jump Nair to get that 3rd hit onto Yuz.
Ooh. And they are willing to get close, but they're willing to not press a button too. They'll just look at each other, they'll hug each other, they'll dap each other up, they'll walk by. But pressing that attack button, they're not gonna press unless they are sure.
Oh. Nossa senhora, essa down sig, Cacilda. Eu não esperava, não esperava. A down sig, no caso da parte do Ezio, do Yuz.
A bunch of boxing gloves in your face.
And also that's why Demon Island is such a good map for Rayman as well. Like, it is a very short wall. If there was a long...
Verdade, mano. Esse mapa é muito bom pro Rayman, porque por causa da parede, a parede é muito pequena. E as SIGs do Rayman, que são os ataques fortes, caso você não saiba, tem um vídeo de nomenclaturas no canal principal, pra você dar uma olhadinha, caso você queira aprender mais, tá? Pesquise links Wagner nomenclaturas. A down sig, as 2 down sig do Rayman cobrem uma parte muito boa da parede de mapas pequenos. E é insano como ele tira proveito disso, olha só, de novo. Galera, não esquece que você pode receber uma aulinha, tá? Fazendo meu jabá aqui, receber uma aulinha a partir de R$7,99 no canal principal, tá? Uma análise de replay em forma de aula, ou você pode dar suporte a partir de R$ 2,99 aqui nesse canal ou no principal, tá bom? É nóis, eu vou agradecer muito o suporte. Discord na descrição.
That I'm feeling from West right
Nosso
now.
server.
Yeah, for sure. Uses it just feels like he's playing from behind, which like objectively he is, but he also has like the energy of somebody who's like, I don't
Yeah.
want to get hit.
Because I think that's a, you know, just a shout out Moonier. I think that's one of the reasons that made him so unpredictable is that he'd be behind and then playing like he was winning the entire time. And that would really trip people up. But Hughes, I think, plays a little bit more of a methodical, calculated game and approach, especially to the way that he plays Sword and Orb. But West seemingly not having too tough of a time right here. How does he get this weapon? Nice, he waits for the whiff from West, gets the pickup, and a little bit of damage to boot, so not bad all things considered.
Yeah, good
Perfect dodge.
patience. All right, comes down with that side air, doesn't go for more there. Instead, Wes able to trade back and forth.
See, this is why I love lands too, because just the crispiness of some of these dodges and the timings that we're seeing is so hard to try to achieve online, man. But these guys are locked in. Beautiful response from West there on the reaction. Tries to get a little bit more damage. Hughes gets burned again.
Nobody
Get
was
away from the
touching.
stove. Get away from the stove. Stop putting your hand on the stove, Hughes. It's hot.
It's too hot, it's glowing red, and Wes has one stock left to take off of Hughes before he's up 2-0 over the current world champion.
Oh, Hughes wants that down light. Unable to find it, can't get the M light either. Is trying to go for some reach now. He understands he needs to do something larger to have a comeback into this game. He has days positioning here. Can he keep Wes off to the side? Wes uses the side air to mix up his drift coming down, and it totally catches Hughes unaware.
Down Sig leads to the recovery. It will be the KO. Hughes has his pick of weapons. So far, the sword's been the one that's doing more work. Yeah, he's gonna stick with it.
Okay, now the question is, can he get a game on the board here? Because Wes is playing confidently. Here's an opportunity for Hughes. He's doing a good job of at least trying to stay close to Wes. I don't know so much about the accuracy of some of these light attacks. And speaking of, whiffs one right there. Wes capitalizing yet again in the orange, and he's off stage. Got to look out for that down sig from Wes. I'm just going to let it rip just because you keep running into it, right? He just does it because why not? I'm going to do it again. Yeah, I feel you. I'm in the same brain space as Wes right now. But on the side of Hughes, you have to do all the mental math to get around it.
Yeah, you gotta figure out the timings and get in and out around Wes's Yoga Fire right now. Goes in, gets that neutral air, but Wes gonna make the swap over to the axe where he's gonna hit hard, down Sig, not gonna connect. Oh, he's disarmed.
Okay, hold on. Okay, kind of takes a moment there to say, hold on, I just saw Wes burn his dodge. I'm unarmed. I'm going to go for it. Says, you know what? I'm not. I'm going to go grab this sword instead. And I think that was the right decision. And light's not quite enough, but one more. Oh, the weapon throw. Hold on. He still has. He has a recovery.
No.
Still? No, he doesn't. All right. He got...
Ai, esse distância de light, cara, é muito rápido, dá um susto.
That one reaction, because that one like legitimately blew my mind. He did the side light, wait, and saw the dodge down, and then hit that side air, and I was like, bro, okay, you're locked in.
Yeah.
You are playing.
Because that's, I always say there's like two ways to play Brawlhalla. And when you are locked in, that's how you play. You know, where like you're hitting someone and then you're relying on your reactions to what they do out of disadvantage from your hit, and then just making sure that you line up your next hitbox correctly. That's where Wes is. The other way to play Brawlhalla is you kind of have your kind of like muscle memory set play that you've done from playing the game over and over, and you just try the thing that you think is going to work, and that works sometimes, or sometimes you just get kind of bodied like Wes is doing to use right now.
His gauntlets are really lighting up Hughes. All right, good movement coming out from Wes, even utilizing that soft platform. Hughes trying to find a way in onto Wes right now.
This is so interesting to me too, because I'm like, at this point, Hughes has been almost exclusively sword, and I'm like, if that's the case, is Alucard really necessary? You know, I don't think we've seen much of that orb in recent time, and at that point, it's like, well, maybe, I mean, who cares? Because at this point, he has to win with it, right? Otherwise, that's going to be it for the bracket longevity.
Yeah, I mean, he's in shoulda, coulda, woulda territory, right? Like, there's no other options here, because this is game number 3 and uses down 2. Also down in the damage department, Wes doing a really good job staying just above those downlight approaches from Hughes.
Oh, no way he was able to get the end light on the other side.
Siga quebrada, tá?
Ridiculous. And Hughes definitely running out of stuff here. Okay, on the very last exclamation point, manages to find a way in. Probably gonna see an end sig in the near future.
Any fans of the down sig? Wes not high enough with that side sig. Did get past that neutral sig from Hughes. He's likely going to be looking for a recovery setup, but Hughes with a couple more side airs could take out Wes.
Oh, wow. Beautiful weapon throw from West. It creates this opportunity for the turnaround, and Hughes has to burn the dodge very early there. Because of that, West knows he can go out there for the gravity cancel sidelight without contention or fear of it being dodged. Great play from West to go ahead and turn things around.
Yeah, that's twice now where West has burned a lot of Hughes' options, hit him with that weapon toss, and then gone out there unarmed to get that last little bit of a hit to deny the wall touch and get that KO.
Oh man, West, I mean, still pretty damaged here. That side air hits off the stage, so it's not gonna be enough to KO. The weapon throw's not good enough either. But I mean, at this point, yeah, you get even an end light maybe in the corner with this orb, it'll be enough. But he's probably gonna start fishing out the falling side airs, looking for something here. Ooh, weapon throw, push it to the corner. I'm with it, I'm with it. Another weapon throw, all right. End light will KO too on the sword.
Going for some
From
denial.
side to side though, that's kind of fly. Yeah, he's like,
Maybe not from that distance.
not from over there, you know?
All right, not going to go over the corner for the down air. Instead, just waiting here. Nice toss on the recovery. Will connect. Didn't drop it on that one. Staying even here. Has his pick of weapons. He's going to try to go in with the orb.
All right, let's see it, because we were just talking about that orb earlier, right? It was like, we ain't seen much of it. What does it have to bring to the table here? Throwing out some safe jump down airs, really hard to punish. A lot of spacing on that as well, but then West finds a way in.
He was sweat beating as he came back down. Okay, double nair. Didn't go for the recovery there. Saw that West was going to come back down too fast.
I like it. So far, I mean, the orb's doing okay. Gets caught by a side air right there. I think the great affordance of this character is like, it's kind of like playing Caspian, but instead you have two really strong neutral-based weapons, right? And so, like, if you want to play a neutral-based game, I mean, this is the perfect legend for that. Orb, sword, really hard to punish in the neutral game. Are they slowing it down?
Yeah, they're really picking and choosing now. Obviously, Hughes knows what's on the line here. 2 stocks left in his tournament life. But on the other side, West is like, well, I can't rush this. Otherwise, I'm throwing away a game.
And that's one of those weird spots to be in, right? When, like, you are up as far as game count goes, and you can see your opponent slowing things down, and you kind of just have to let them sometimes, because otherwise then you're going to be rushing toward them, and then it makes it easier for them to come back. And that's exactly what Hughes is doing. He's icing them out. And let me tell you, icing out your opponent is a perfectly viable strategy. I mean, North America knows. I ain't got to name names, but North America knows.
Yeah, I think almost every North American has played against someone in bracket who will ice them out. But I'm really thinking about maps right now. I think that's what this will boil down to for West, because like longer walls on this map means that his down 6, like he hasn't done them on this map really. And then also there's just a lot more flat ground where he's been able to back away from them.
Oh, I'm thinking about that now too, as I'm looking at Wes really struggling to come back into this game. Just needs a recovery or a D-light or something. Okay, so if we have the X, yeah, we can start throwing out these N-lights, D-lights as well. But I mean, look at the way Hughes is moving. This N-light's not going to be enough from center stage. The weapon throw goes high. Hughes narrowly manages to avoid it, but this is starting to look like, I mean, you're already in.
Mano, eu tô muito concentrado aqui, velho. Essa partida tá muito tensa.
Out of the realm of possibility.
It's definitely not impossible. We've seen Wes, I mean, even I think in the last game, he took that first stock so quick, but he's on the gauntlets now against Hughes. Hughes, there's the dodge out. He's going to avoid that recovery.
Okay, and Hughes is like, I need to get back to center stage. Uses that platform to refresh some of those options. And there we go, just like that. Wes also trying to kind of win this tug of war for center stage as well. Manages to find these nairs and has been going for the gravity cancel and light every single time. He's trying to get as much guaranteed damage as he can. And he's brought it back pretty much at this point. Hughes hasn't hit him enough times.
Yeah.
Oh.
Missed the weapon throw though, and yeah, that recovery is going to help Hughes get back up onto the stage. But man, Hughes took a lot of damage there. Wes, he could put this one away. Oh.
No dodge from Hughes.
Oh.
That was scary. This could be really bad. Hughes did so much to go ahead and get this
Caraca.
lead, but now it's anyone's game. Ooh, and he tries to go for the gravity cancel side sig as well. Hughes gonna hit him with that recovery. It's not gonna be enough, but he gets disarmed. Oh, he's riding out.
Just the unarmed side air.
It's like, where's the spawn? Where's the spawn? He goes for an unarmed. He's crazy.
Missing Sayers, both of them trying to go for it.
Meu Deus do céu! Ah! Que partida, velho. Que partida, mano.
Does he dodge the weapon throw? But he's within him, man. Hughes is ready to bring things all the way back. We might even go to game 5. We'll see. We'll see. So far, Hughes at least able to get one on the board, and we still sticking with this Alucard.
Yep, he's working that vampire on the, honestly, kind of the vampire map in my head, because it's all like red and spooky red.
I agree.
All right, Wes back to the gauntlets, but he's not getting the dodges that he wants out of Wes. Oh, that was a stuffed recovery there.
Oh, and Wes goes for kind of a Hail Mary ground pound there, kind of understanding the risk reward, super worth it in that situation, but Hughes doesn't fall for it and instead actually picks up, I believe, like a D-Light Sarah of his own, so good damage.
Yeah, just a slight pacing advantage in the way of Hughes. The recovery not gonna quite do it, but it does disarm Wes. This is a nice opportunity, but he throws out the N-Sig and Wes is staying low.
Okay, throws it high. Oh, and actually lets that rip a little bit early. Might have been able maybe to catch Wes with that down stick, but it's gonna be fine. We're swapping over weapon. He's getting tricky, and he tries to catch the landing with that down light. That was the correct play from Hughes there. It's just so hard to kind of line that up properly.
Yo, he burns the dodge, but man, Hughes is giving a lot of respect to Wes. Did not want to get caught by a nair on the approach down.
Woo. Man, they are playing the game right now. They're really trying. Perfect weapon throw is not going to be enough, though. Not going to go for a ground pound, just going to wait on stage. And that's something that I've noticed from Hughes throughout the entirety of the set, right? Not really wanting to just throw out a dash jump, Hail Mary ground pound every now and then, try to mix things up. Always wants to stay on the stage. Is always trying to play a little bit more calm, a little bit more calculated.
Yeah, he's playing it a lot closer to the chest. He's making sure his feet are on the ground, and he's trying to make sure he gets all just the right hits. But right now, he's got that stock advantage over Wes. Where's the weapon spawn? Right on top of Wes.
Oh, wow, perfect dodge against that side air. I mean, it is a slow move. Whoa.
Still active.
Levinsky's. Oh, he lost the weapon, though. Makes this a little bit harder to get through, and just like that, Wes capitalizes by throwing out that axe down there, saying, yeah, I don't really have much to be scared about. I haven't taken a whole lot of damage, and you're unarmed. I should probably just throw out this move.
Yeah, there really weren't a lot of vertical threats that Hughes could have had besides maybe the unarmed recovery, but I think Wes was confident he could have stuffed it out in that situation.
Ooh. And Wes doing a great job of breaking the mold with these weapon throws as well. Kind of caught Hughes unaware. And now at this point, the damage has once again been evened up. Wes with a slight damage advantage, but it's still anyone's game.
Dude, Wes is doing this thing where he burns literally all of his in-air movement before landing down onto the stage. That is his neutral game. It's pretty floaty right now against Hughes.
And it's like, you know, a lot of the times the mix-up ends up being, when are they going to land on the floor? But for Wes, he's like, I'm going to use everything, every side air, you know, like, I'm going to make you have to work for it. And if you're Hughes, you just have to be extremely patient, which he has been for the majority of the set, but it definitely does take a toll on you after a while.
Yeah, it definitely takes a lot more discipline not to just want to swing when they get kind of close enough.
This is scary. Next time Wes lands a sidelight, I think he's going for immediate recovery because of the way that Hughes has been refusing to dodge out of those sidelight setups. So we'll see if that happens. But so far, Hughes is like, weapon spawn, please, please, please. And Odin does not give him the blessing. It's on the other side of the stage, but he manages to pick up this orb. And we're right back in the neutral. Deep red for both players here. A little bit deeper for Hughes, though, and the recovery is going to be enough from Wes to take him out.
Just the raw recovery. Kind of recognized how Hughes wanted to play that orb game deep red. He was looking for a lot more of those dares to kind of just keep Wes boxed out, but Wes gets underneath it. And now Wes with the weapon advantage. Once again, one stock away from taking Hughes out of the tournament.
All right, Hughes needs a D-Light pretty bad right now, and you can see Wes having a pretty good time just kind of camping around this platform as he waits for something to spawn. But Hughes does find the D-Light. It's not enough. He needs to find another one, or just a raw recovery even, maybe a signature. We haven't seen a whole lot of those from Hughes. I don't know what options he's cycling through in his head right now. Another raw recovery still doesn't KO. The ceiling just too high. That has to be frustrating for Hughes right now. You're just trying to bring things back to even Stevens, and the game is saying, listen, man, you got to do your homework. You need a little bit more damage.
I think there's that and the fact that, like, Wes is not giving him an inch. They keep playing this in-air game of chicken and Hughes is hoping Wes will burn something so he can go in for that final hit. And Wes is just like, no, I'm going to keep floating around here. And you have to just choose when to swing.
Oh man, Hughes still looking for that final blow. Gets caught by the nair yet again. Wes in hot pursuit. Wes is trying to get as much extra damage as he can. The N-Light's still not going to be enough. You can just feel the pain from Hughes right now as he's trying so hard to find these KOs, but he's not playing a character like Taros, where that N-Light, you know, is really going to just do the job for you. One more, maybe, will probably do it, depending if it's from side to side or not. Goes for the weapon throw, says maybe if I get some stage positioning, this will work, but no, can't get this stock off
Meu
of Wes.
Deus do céu!
Oh man, Wes with the sweat beads does throw out the neutral air, but he's getting hits onto this final stock of Hughes. He finally takes down that second stock with the sword neutralite, but look at the damage Hughes is taking compared to Wes, who's coming in fresh.
If you're used right now, you gotta pop off. That's the only answer, especially as this Nair into Enlight connects from West, and then another Enlight. Oh, it's not looking great. He does the recovery on stage. That's extremely punishable. West does not take his life for it.
Caramba, tá muito perto de acabar. Meu Deus do céu. Morreu. Meu Deus, velho. Que partida. Que set, né, mano? Que set. Meu Deus do céu. Não esquece de deixar aí nos comentários o que você achar dessas partidas, porque foram muito doidas, velho, na moral.